Hi everybody!
Hello.
We are celebrating because Camden is 1 week old today. Whoop, whoop. Fastest week of our life, pretty much. And I just wanted to give everybody an update. We've had a really good week. There are some changes, as you can see, and I've been kind of posting about those, but all good things. Again, we have had a wonderful experience here, and it's been good. So he weighed in today at 5 pounds 15 ounces, so he is gaining weight. This is awesome, of course, awesome news. He also is stabilizing his temperature, and he's keeping it accurate. They have him in a isolette right now, but as he regulates those temperatures, they are looking to move him to an open air crib probably within the next 48 hours or so. So that's exciting. They're weaning him out of the isolette. God bless you. Glennis. Out of the isolette into an open air crib, which is one of the 3 things that they have to be able to do in order to go home. So half check mark on that. He is stabilizing his temperatures. In order to get the full check, we would just basically be moving to the open air crib. So moving in the right direction there. You can see he does have his little NG tube in, and that's just while he's learning. He is still latching. He is took a little bit of a bottle feed today, and
awesome.
Yes, he's learning. He's starting to root around a little bit and look for those cues of when he's ready to eat. So we're working on that together. You got the hiccups.
You're just putting in your input.
Goodness, he got a lot to say. So he's still so early, and these are skills that he probably really shouldn't have at this point, but he is showing off, of course, and so this is great. We're going to keep working at it together. We had some kangaroo care today, which was amazing for mommy and for baby, so we'll continue to do the skin to skin, and it's great. Let's see, his blood sugars we were having just a small issue with when he was born. He just, I think, was trying to figure out where he was and what was going on. So now those are stable, and he was getting pricked and tested every 3 hours, but now we're up to every 6 hours. So that's good news for Cam. He barely even flinches though. He's like a little rock star. Maybe he's so used to it. I don't know. It's very funny. He does not have an IV, which is great. It actually got, the last IV that they put in got a little infected, and they had to call in the IV team, and they just kind of decided, you know what, we think he's okay without one. We're not going to try to put in another one. We'll just kind of let him see if he can stabilize out, and he did, and it's been wonderful. Getting rid of the IV is wonderful because it's like 3 less wires. So it's
and he had 3 IVs in 3 days.
Yeah, it was intense. For this little guy, it was pretty intense.
Being 3 days old and having 3 of your extremities
poked
with needles.
Yeah, it was a little heartbreaking. So we're glad to get rid of that. The MRI we initially thought would happen, very quickly, and we mentioned that to you in the last video. However, we did meet with the neurological team, or the neurosurgery, team, and they felt like the head circumference measurements were stable enough and consistent enough. The soft spot on his head is not bulging, which would be an indication of a problem with the hydrocephalus. And he is getting weekly ultrasounds as of right now. All those factors are showing normal, stable vents. I guess I shouldn't say normal. They're showing normal for Camden in his measurements. So we're just going to keep at that right now, and we will wait to do the MRI until closer to discharge, which we're not sure when that will be, but we feel like with the direction he's going, we probably have a good maybe 2 to 3 weeks is what they're kind of thinking. So got to get him moving in the right direction when it comes to feeding, and then we'll be doing a lot better. The physical therapist has been in, and she does 3 sessions a week with Camden, about 20 minutes each time. She came and met with us and just shared with us her thoughts, and just felt like Cam was doing amazing. When it came to showing movement, he is kicking both of his legs. He is fanning his toes really well. He's curling his toes really well. He's flicking his ankles, both of them, and he's also doing hip movements. These are extraordinary things for a spina bifida baby with his lesion. His L3 level could have some paralysis at the knees and ankles. At this point, it looks like there might be some slight weakness. Possibly we wouldn't know until he was quite a bit older.
Probably a year or so.
Yeah, but the fact that there's feeling in those extremities, that he is kicking, it's amazing, and she's very pleased. She feels like he's performing more at like a L1, L2 level versus his L3. So, woo-hoo. Go Cam.
Awesome.
It definitely makes doing the fetal surgery worth it. It was worth it no matter what, but having such great results, from so quickly has definitely been encouraging to me. So, his little scar, I'm sure you've seen the picture, looks awesome. I was totally astounded. It's beautiful. Spina beautiful. So just to remind everybody, the 3 things that really are keeping us here all have to do with him being preemie. Really don't have anything to do with the spina bifida at this point. It's just more of the fact that he needs to be breathing on his own. Check. He needs to be eating and gaining weight. So half check. We are gaining weight, but we're learning and we're processing with the feeding. And then, of course, he has to keep, the third thing is the stable temperatures, which half check. He is keeping his temperature stable while he's in the isolate on air mode, and now it would be for him to be able to do that at
room temperature.
Right, at room temperature in an open air crib. So very exciting, very good news on all accounts. We're having a great time, and Tyler is getting ready to transition back home to be with Jackson. So prayers all around, please, because it's been very fun to have my hubby back around, and I will miss him greatly, but it's good for Jackson, for Daddy to be back home and get back on his routine a little bit before Kim and Mommy get to come home. So my mom will be back up in the area here soon, so we are just anxious to get home, but of course we don't want to push anything, and we definitely know that we are in the perfect place. Chop is